The nurture argument is based on social influence and cultural upbringing. The greatest point that plays in favor of nurture is feral children. Cases of feral children show how basic learned abilities such as language, behavior, manners, social interaction, correct bodily movements are non-existent. Feral children are raised by, in most cases, wild animals or just in the wild in isolation. Thus, the ways of how animal moves are learned and created into habit, while in most cases acquiring keen senses in specific areas such as smell, hearing, sight, and taste. The leopard boy is one example of a feral child. He was found in July of 1920 with extreme abilities to catch and skin animals caught. He was also able to run as fast as a man on 2 feet while on all fours. His body naturally created horny skin features similar to the leopard, although he was never able to learn language like a regular human. The Syrian gazelle boy is a second example of a feral child. He was discovered in 1960. He showed traits of twitched muscles, no language, ate roots, and caught meat. He leaped on all fours similar to how a gazelle runs in the wild. The third and final example is Shamdeo. He, found in 1972, appeared to have sharpened teeth, a blood craving, and lived in a cage. He found companionship in dogs and jackals, while also having excessive love of the darkness. He was never able to learn language, but he did learn some sign language. Now, these three feral children are not the only examples, as there are many other across the world. Researchers have also found that eating disorders are only 40% due to nature factors, but 60% due to environmental factors and social factors. Another supporting factor of the nurture argument is Bandura's 1977 social learning theory. He learned that through the Bobo doll experiment that children learn social behavior, such as aggression, through the process of observational learning, through watching the behavior of another person. But what does the nature side of this argument have to say?
The nature argument primarily focuses on aspects including genetics and inherited traits. In studies of rats, genetics reflect how a rat reacts to certain situations in terms of stress, intelligence, focus, and strength. Social upbringing was found to have no correlation with the study. Even when raised in complete isolation, all animals have basic drives such as the need for food, water, and reproduction. These drives cannot be wiped out or eliminated. In extremely terrifying situations, your brain limits extraneous thought and focuses on escaping, assisted by the amygdala. Your primary focus is on survival, and you will find the full strength of your body assist you. A quote from Einstein: "Man acquires at birth, through heredity, a biological constitution which we must consider fixed and unalterable, including natural urges which are the characteristics of the human species." A quote from Simply Psychology: "Psychological characteristics such as behavioral tendencies, personality attributes, and mental abilities are wired in before we're even born. We also have an inner biological clock which can switch on and off the behavior in a pre-programmed way." Tales of genetic influence on our lives include our sexual orientation, what people find attractive, intelligence, aggressiveness, humor, and physique. Criminal activities are directly linked to parentage and ancestry. Many criminals have been identified as related to other criminals, such as El Chapo and his father. In twins, the behaviors are nearly exactly the same. Timidness, hostility, skill in music, physical strength, and mental stability are all very similar. Genes are the leading causes of behavior and mental illness. Schizophrenia, alcoholism, depression, obesity, and more are directly linked to specific genes in the body. Correlation has been found again and again between psychopaths and their ancestors. Murderers and others with psychopathic tendencies are all related through genes, specifically gene number 27889.
So, as you can see, both nurture and nature play a part in humans.